The other parking that you need to do on your driver's test is a 90-degree parking or a 90-degree backing maneuver. So for this spot, basically, if you want to go into a parking lot and you know there's the white lines that kind of have a parking stall, this is placed at the top of one of the white lines, and this will be placed at the top of the other white line, and this is set back down that line, and this represents the spot you should go into. So as you approach, there's no need to smog. You don't need to get closer. You actually want to be a little bit of the ways out. I usually, and this is all like adjustable for different types of cars. You know, a pickup truck is going to do this a lot differently than a smart car, and so on and so forth. So I usually think about a car about my size, four-door sedan. My bumper should be about 5 feet past this cone and about 8 feet out. And usually when I see this, usually if I'm sitting here and I look over my shoulder, this cone is just about hidden in the C-post, kind of like parallel parking. Now, the lineup is key. If you can line this up perfectly, then it just basically parks itself. Now, with that being said, you can try, some of this is trial and error. You try it a couple times, and then if you know your car and it keeps going in the spot, then you know you've got the correct lineup. And then you just think, that's my lineup. I'm going to hold that lineup. Again, how far out and how far forward do you go? That's the key. Now, if you find the right lineup, then you're going to turn the wheel all the way to the right, and you're going to back up slowly, looking back out this window. So you're going to be looking back over your shoulder, over your inside shoulder, out the window, and you're kind of watching for this cone. Sometimes you'll be able to see it in this mirror where you'll be able to kind of see that as you're backing up, but you're really looking into this spot. They want to see that you're observant as you're backing. And as you back up, you'll find that you begin to be pointed, instead of this way, a 90-degree angle, you're pointed this way. And when you are almost at 90 degrees, you want to turn the wheel twice so that the marks on the steering wheel, or I used to usually just look at the middle of the steering wheel, so that those marks are upright. And then if they are, and you keep backing up while you're looking back, you will park in the spot. Again, if you hit this cone, you haven't gone far enough on your lineup. If you hit this cone, you've gone too far. So there's so many things that you can do to adjust this. Okay. Now, the couple don'ts. You want to go slow, but don't necessarily stop all the way. Sometimes you can stop when you're at 90 degrees and then you can straighten out your wheels. But a lot of kids get very cautious and they just stop, 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 stop all the time. You just want to keep on going slow. I like to say hug the single cone, meaning hug it, but don't run it over. You want to look over your shoulder, find it, make sure as you're turning in. Relax your turn. If you see that you're going to hit one of the cones, you can kind of relax the turn, or you can pull back out and readjust. And of course, you've got to look back while you're backing up. So that's the basics of the 90 degree. It'll make a little bit more sense when you're in the car, but do refer to this if you need help on future tries for that.